Que será, será?
Gafachi.
Welcome. So today's recipe is jollof rice with goat meat, fried plantain, and coleslaw. So you need your goat meat, spring onions, garlic, ginger, green bell pepper, onions, hot pepper, canola oil, salt, tomato paste, powdered shrimp, carrots and peas, seasoning, your curry powder, Maggi cube, rosemary, Bayleaves, tomatoes, rice, the plantain, for the coleslaw, carrots, cabbage, mayonnaise. So first of all, I'm going to blend my pepper, onion, garlic, and ginger and marinate my goat meat on fire for 15 minutes. Add my Maggi cube, Adobo, salt. And this is a blended product, so I'm going to pour just a little bit of that onto my goat meat. So I'll use the rest for the sauce for the jollof. Marinate it for 15 minutes. This is how it's supposed to look like. So you take your meat off and save the stock or the broth. This is the meat. And that is the stock that is left over. So now I'm going to pour some oil into my saucepan. Add my meat to fry it. Chop some onions and add to it. You stir fry it for about 5 minutes. Then you add the rest of the blended pepper, onion, garlic, and ginger. Add your tomato paste. So now we're going to blend the tomatoes and add to the tomato paste. So now we're going to add the stock, the goat meat stock, into it. Good. Add your curry powder. Your bay leaves. Rosemary. You can crush it as you add onto it. Some salt to taste. Your powdered shrimp. And you stir. So now we're going to add our cut up bell pepper, onions, and spring onions. Then you add your rice to it. Add a little salt to taste. And let it cook for about 15 minutes. Then you stir it again so that it doesn't burn. So now you add your peas and carrots. Then you stir again. And you let it simmer for about 20 minutes. You can see the rice is almost cooked. So now we're going to cover it. Make sure you do not take the goat meat from the rice, so it to become more softer. So now we're going to fry our plantains. You just cut them up, you heat some oil, you cut them up, then you fry them. Make sure they don't burn. And our rice is also still simmering or boiling, but under the very low heat, and this should be for about 40 minutes. You can see our rice is cooked with the goat meat right in there. If you leave the goat meat in there, it makes it more softer, more tender, and makes the rice more delicious. So now we're going to go on to our coleslaw. I grate my carrots to give it that very slender look, texture. And then I cut my cabbage into very tiny pieces. Add my mayonnaise to it, as much as you would like. Stir them up, and that's it. I made my coleslaw. This is the result. You can add as much as mayonnaise as you would like. Now our rice is well done. When you press your rice and it's soft, that means it's cooked. So now let's start serving. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my end result. My jollof rice with goat meat, fried plantain.